Good morning, everyone. Today we are looking for our sketch. Here it is. Okay. Today's sketch artist is Kim Moore, and we're on doing 30 days sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, and we're on day 20. And we have a matted double page layout or 2-page layout. She gave detailed instructions, which of course I did not even realize until I started cutting. But so for the A, she's got a, because it's the mat. She's got an 11.5 by 11.5, which I did close to that. Okay, and then B, which is the first strip, is 1 inch by 12. Oh, she's got matting too, which I don't know. Oh yeah, she says it here. And then she's got C is a 2 by 12, D is a 1/2 by 12, and E is a 1.5 by 12. So she's got all of them numbered, which is really nice, because if you don't have your sketch to 3 inches so that you can measure, it's nice to know the details. So she's got the photo size of 5 by 7, that's what I guessed, and then 4 3 by 4s. And mine's going to be very similar to this. She says, it says subtitle down here, title up here. It says image, which is, I'm sure, embellishments, and here and here. And I'm going to have a lot more embellishments than that, because you know how I am. Especially when I start with a blank piece of paper. Okay, so this one I actually had cut like 4 inches, but then I cut it down. So this is a 2 inch, and I don't remember what hers are, but mine is going to be just a little bit off. Okay. And I'm going to try lining this up. I did mark it because, I don't know, even with a good T-square, I can, knock it off kilter. Okay. Oh, the papers I'm using this plaid, this gingham I'm using. It is from Simple Vintage Spring Garden. All the rest of everything else is from Simple Vintage Life in Bloom, I think. Okay. Oh, except for the green, and of course the white is, I think the green is from Hobby Lobby too, I'm not sure. I must have bought like a pack that had like a bunch of different colors in it. And I do that sometimes because it's like, suddenly it's like I don't have any just regular cardstock, so. Okay, so there's that there. And then I'll do the same thing over there. And then I have this black strip. And I'll tell you, I have like a lot of the Simple Vintage Life in Bloom, but they were all things that look so, well, they were all gingham or all very plain looking. So they just didn't work well together until I brought in this other gingham helped, because the other one was just the same color as this, or a turquoise, and it's like everything was looking the same. Okay, and then I have this floral where it's kind of like more like leaves, which I have this in also turquoise, but I thought the green looked best with this it's kind of a purpley pink. Purpley. It's one of those words that is used to describe pink with a little purple touch. At least whenever I say it. Okay. And this is a 1/2 inch. And I don't even remember what the measurements were, but if you got the sketch, you know. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe you're like me and paid no attention to any writing on there until you started cutting. and had part of it done. Okay, so there, that's what I've got so far. And I'm just gonna go ahead and repeat over here. So I'll pause it so you don't have to watch all that again. Okay, I was gonna tape my picture down. I made a little notch in the corner because I also had purchased the rub-ons with this collection. And if I can get this popsicle stick, I'm gonna put that right here, well, one of them. When I buy these things, I try to remember to use them, and sometimes I don't. I've used a few of them, but very little. I quit buying them because I'm not very good at remembering to use them. And so I figure I better forget to buy them too. If you're gonna forget to use them, you gotta forget to buy them. Oh, and you know, this lovely green paper, which I thought is probably from Hobby Lobby, I'm definitely right, because one side is textured and the other side is not. And on one side I have the textured side up and the other side I don't. So that's what happens when you forget that too. I never even noticed it until just, you know, after it was already too late. Oh, gotta rub a little bit more on that leaf. Now these ones were pretty bright, so I kept thinking, I wonder if they'll look more muted, but I know sometimes I actually use a pattern paper. It's very seldom, you know, that I actually start with a white paper. So I thought, well, how are these gonna just be very pale? But they're not. They're pretty vibrant, just like they were. Okay, so I've got that there, and so I'm gonna put this where I wanted it, and I'm gonna make sure it's straight. Oh, and this is Foster, and then I got her and her mom, some pictures of them. Okay, do I get it close to the middle? Because I don't even have it covering my little pencil mark. Let's see if I can get it to that. Let's see, it should actually be over here more, but I think it's going to be a little off. Okay, that's pretty good right there. I just wanted to cover up that pencil mark since I planned on it doing that. Okay, and I think, did I have another, do I got another, I think I have another rub-on. Yep, this little butterfly here. It's funny because when I first started scrapbooking, rub-ons were in, and so, you know, it's like I use them, but I was pretty bad at it. It's like I didn't know if they were gonna stay, and then, you know, it's like you kind of get to where you can use them, and then you kind of don't see them very much again. Okay, and then for the title, I'm gonna call Enjoy the Moment. I bought the foam stickers too. I love the foam stickers. I really just like to have every set of them because that way you have titles. Okay, so I have that there. Now I am going to use some dimensionals. Oh, and remember yesterday when I was looking for the dimensionals? Yeah, they were right to the right of me. And so I would have just had them if I would have moved what was sitting on top of them. Okay, so I'm gonna cut a bunch of them in half because I'm gonna put some on the back of this, and I'm sorry I didn't have them ready. sometimes I'm, you know, here just trying to get it done. Because I do want to finish the 30 days of sketches because I love doing something that you know, that I will like later because I did it and it looks different from all the rest of my usuals. You know how you just get your usual way of doing it and then it's like it's nice to do something different. Okay, and now I need my glue. Let's see if I can get it open today. Yep, okay. And if you haven't seen me do this before, I just put the glue just on the body because I've got foam under the wings and then they'll stand up. Okay, I think I'm going to put this one this way. And as long as you got that body glued down first, because if you lay it down, then it's going to be just a dimensional flat bird. I mean bird, butterfly. And this one's kind of little. I don't know. Do I want it? I think I will add dimensionals to this too. Bird. Let go. Okay, I got that one part off of that one. Now if I can get this off of me, and then off the tweezers. Okay, this I'm gonna have going this way. Okay, so now what's my plan? Okay, I've got a big purple flower. I tried to pull out the colors in her clothes there. Okay, so I've got this big, looks like a giant cabbage rose. I'm gonna put this down here. Oh, because there was a lot of sidewalk here, it's a little shorter than 5x7. Okay, I've got another butterfly. And this is one where I want to say it's a half a butterfly, but it's just because you don't see both wings because you're seeing it directional. And then I always take and put the glue right underneath the body part still. And that's the part I'll glue down first and then the foam pieces, so it'll still be up like that. Okay, and then I have another butterfly, and this is going to be a yellow one. I really love purple and green, purple and yellow, so I actually tried a green one on this flower, but it looked really cute with the yellow, so that's what I'm using. Okay. And I think I'm going to put this one this way. Again, I put the body down first. And then the rest of it can go down whenever. Okay, so now I'm going to actually just put this out of the way. Because it'll be easier. Okay. And then I'm going to work on this one. So now, where's my cheat sheet? Oh, you know what? I also forgot something. I have this little banner that says, "Love this." And I'm going to tuck this right under here. So it looks more like a banner with just one, fishtail. Okay, now for the other side. Oh, and I picked up both of them, took them right out of there. Okay, So on this one here, do I need to, I think I need to put my rub on first. Okay, and I'm just going to center that again. So I'm going to, it needs to be about here. And I'm going to make a mark here and here. Okay, and then my little rub on, I've got these little yellow flowers, and I think they are gorgeous. So I'm going to use them. Okay. And I'm getting it as close as I can to the spot where I want the picture, so it almost looks like it came out from behind there. That's my goal. Okay, let's see how that is. Oh, lost a little right there. Yeah, that's the beauty of the rub-ons, is like you can put them back down and get what you missed. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna put this there, just make sure I got it straight, because who knows, I might not have had it straight to begin with. It feels like it's not. What's going on here? Nope, it is not, for some reason. I don't know whether I've got that extra thickness of paper. Maybe it's just not sticking to this one side. Okay, it looks pretty straight now. So this is Foster and her mom, Kayla. Dad must have been doing a photo shoot for him that day. Okay. Now I do have another rub-on butterfly, and look at, isn't that just gorgeous? It's so beautiful. I'm going to put it right here. I kind of forgot it was a rub-on because it's so deep in color. It's just really pretty. One thing nice about butterflies as rub-on, then you have the antennas, because usually if I have to cut them out, about 99% of the time I'll cut off the antenna. Okay, is it ready? Yes, look at how gorgeous that is. It's super pretty. Okay, I do have one more up here. One more. Okay, I think I'm going to use them both in the way that they are. I feel like, you know, the rub-on embellishments, they don't really count as embellishments. They count as the background of the paper. So I can add more. Is anybody else like that? Thinking it's the paper. Okay. Okay, I do have some little tiny ones that I might add later. Okay, now I need my other little pieces. And I've got this little documented. I thought I would put that on. thought that would be cute. And then I have this little part that is like a film. Yeah, it's a film. That's what I want. Okay, and I'm actually just gonna tuck it underneath here. I'm gonna put it like as much as I can. I just think it's a little piece, you know, it's like, I love to use all the little scraps, especially when they're really pretty like that. Okay, and then I have this little banner again that says, my heart, because she has my heart. So I think that's cute. And let's see, where's my other pieces? Okay. I pulled these out. They look like little postage. And I would kind of like to use one of those, but I also want to use one of these off the, where is it? Right here. I want to maybe use the blue one off of the sticker sheet so that I can kind of layer them together. And this one's a flower, and then the other one's a butterfly. So I thought that would be fun to do. Okay, and then I have, what's my next thing? Okay, and then I have this blue butterfly. She told me blue is her favorite color the other day, so I'm wanting to use the blue butterflies. I'm just here taking off those dimensional things. You know, so one day if there's butterflies, I'm determined to use them. Okay. And then I'm going to put that right here, kind of at the corner of the picture. Okay, I'm not going to use that one because it was just my place marker. Okay, and then I have a purple butterfly. And this one's pretty big, so I'm not going to cut the dimensionals in half. Okay. And then I think I got one tiny butterfly that won't get any dimensionals. Okay, and then I have this little tiny pink butterfly. And I'm going to put it right on top of this little rub-on flower. Okay, and then I was going to put these little hearts on here, but I don't have any hearts anyplace else. So I think what I'm going to do is, I've got these two little, well actually there's three, but I'm just going to use two. Three little rub-on flowers that look like, you know, they maybe are just blowing through the air because they're very tiny. And I'm going to put one here underneath this butterfly. And then my other one, I'm going to put it here. I kind of want them to look like they're just kind of flying in the air. I don't know which way I want it. Maybe like this. Okay, so let me get the other one out. I do believe it's done because I'm not using those two little hearts. Okay. So I got I've got embellishments on all four corners. Oh, you know what I forgot? My enamel dots. I wanted to bring some more purple in, because she has that purple in her outfit. She's got like 2 different shades of purple in her outfit. Ooh, I've got those little pieces of dimensionals. Okay, so now just to decide where to put these. I think I'm gonna stick one of these big ones up in there. And I think I'm gonna place a couple of big ones first. And then I think one up in here by this butterfly, kind of tucked underneath its wing. Okay, so I've got 3 big ones on here. And then I'm gonna go to some other sizes. Maybe down here. So I've got 3 of the medium size, and now I'm just gonna do some little tiny ones here and there. Stuck to me. Okay. It's a big flower. I think it needs 2 over there. Okay, and I think I'm gonna stick one up in here. Let's see. I don't know if it needs any more. Maybe one stuck up in here by these ones here. Okay, so I've got 3 groups where they have the enamel dots, so I think I'll quit with that. And that's it for today. Remember, down below will be a link to everybody who's doing YouTube videos, and then there's another link over to just the still shots. Go over and check those out, and thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow, and we will be on what? Did I say who was the sketch artist? Yes, Kim. Yep, thank you, Kim, for the sketch. So tomorrow we'll be on day 21. I'm excited. Okay, see you then. Bye-bye. Close-ups at the end.